To quote one of our all-time greatest presidents, Ronald Reagan, "No matter how big and powerful government gets and the many services it provides, it can never take the place of volunteers. Volunteers are the lifeblood of this community, and through the generosity of the Robert Molter Memorial Award, we are able to recognize one from our agency who has given so much of themselves to our community. To do so, each year we solicit our employees for the names of individuals who they believe best represent the criteria set forth by this award. One who goes above and beyond expectations in their commitment to their community, service, or organization. This year, we received 4 nominations. They were for Thomas Beckerleg, who is a bailiff deputy, Deborah Freer, a law enforcement deputy, Edward Thomas, a callback CID volunteer, and Steve Winfield, one of our volunteer community service aides. We are pleased to have Robert Molter's widow, Faith Molter, and his son, Dan Molter, here with sheriff's duty to present the check to this year's award recipient, Deputy Deborah Freer. Deputy Freer has served our community for many years. She has coordinated social activities in a retirement community, created summer and after-school programs for the Girls Club. She has volunteered her time as a guardian ad litem and has directed her church's children's ministry. At the Sheriff's Office, she has served on the hostage negotiations team as an advisor for the Explorer Cadets and as a member of the Family Assistance Committee. Deputy Freer is a living representation of the examples set forth by Mr. Molter, and she has been selected to receive this year's Robert E. Molter Volunteer Award, named in honor of his memory. Congratulations.
Shock. I guess I don't understand any of this. I think there's so many wonderful people in our agency that are so deserving of this. So I'm very honored and very humbled. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I don't understand being honored for something I feel like I do naturally and love doing. So it's a privilege, and I'm very grateful.
When you think about humanitarians, you quickly realize that their motivation comes from a different source. As an example, when you think about celebrities and actors, you quickly realize that their motivation is from a different place. As an example, when they get up and receive their awards, such as their Oscars and such, you realize that for them is the motivation getting that award. The humanitarians are different. When they get their rewards, it's the smiles and the fact of knowing that they've made a difference in those folks whose lives are a little less fortunate. And that's really what makes people like our recipient today that special. Today we're here to honor Cheryl Seiss. And what I'd like to do, Cheryl generously and cheerfully contributes her time, money, and resources to the many charity organizations supported by the Sheriff's Office, such as American Cancer Society, Relay for Life, Flight to the North Pole, Food Bank, United Way, Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, and the Police Athletic League. In addition, for the past 11 years, she has assumed the responsibility of coordinating the monthly blood drives for the Sheriff's Office. This was an ongoing effort where she planned events, distributed flyers, and recruited participants to give the gift of life for the benefit of others. Cheryl demonstrated an upbeat attitude and is always alert to offer an encouraging word when needed. She shows an active interest in others, whether family, friend, co-worker, or strangers. Her positive outlook is an inspiration and model for anyone aspiring to the attributes of a humanitarian. For these contributions and others, please join me in congratulating Cheryl Seiss as a recipient of the Bealls Humanitarian Award for 2012. Cheryl?
She said, I'm going to be the deputy now. I should have got my hair done better.
We work with so many people that do so many things. that it's just nature to join in with that, whether it be if somebody loses a loved one or just helping out in a fire, whatever it might be, you know, that we can do, we do as an agency, and they tell you that when you first employed, but you just don't know until you work here. So that was really an honor to be recognized and unexpected.
Robert Feverston, please step forward. On November 18th of 2009, a brutal homicide occurred in Palmetto. You were tasked with the fingerprint comparisons in this case. Over 100 fingerprints of family members and friends were compared by you. You examined latent prints from over 100 pages of a medical dictionary that was recovered as evidence and made a hit that matched the suspect. You testified twice in the trial, and prosecutors commended you on your work. Because of you, and also, I'm sorry, I failed to mention Adrienne Walls, who's no longer with our agency, but she had an intricate part in this also. She's the one who actually found the fingerprint, and Robert matched it. So for your contribution and your conviction, you're going to be awarded 2012 Employee of the Year. Congratulations.
I was just doing my job. This case took a lot of work. It took a lot of time. I was really happy when things started coming across and we started getting some good fingerprint evidence in. And when I actually started making some good identifications on it, that really pleases me. Of course, anytime I make an identification on a case, it pleases me because I know we can move forward with things at that point. So, but I felt good about it.
This next person I asked to stand forward, obviously, is going to be the recipient of the Deputy of the Year for 2012. I would like Deputy Justin Warren to step forward, please. On February 16th of 2012, you responded to a suicide attempt where the victim had barricaded himself inside his home and opened all his jets on his stove in an effort to flood the residence with natural gas. The man also said that he would ignite the gas if law enforcement responded. You and other deputies took positions around the house, and after a long period of time, the man opened the garage door, but then darted back into the house, pressing the garage door shut. You took quick action to activate the safety mechanism, and the door opened again. The man was armed with a knife and had cut a hole in the wall in order to see you. You used the same hole to communicate with him, encouraging him to have no fear and that we were there to help. Deputies were surrounding the residence, armed and ready to take action, but you kept your weapon holstered and continued efforts to build a rapport with the man. After a long dialogue, the man exited the house and surrendered to deputies. Your skills and interpersonal communications resulted in a calm and rational conclusion to this incident, with no one being injured, for which you were awarded Deputy of the Year 2012. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was something that happened really quick, and sometimes when you're out there, you don't have time to think. You do. And I'll tell you, I was lucky. I felt safe that night. I had a lot of good deputies there watching my back, and I was doing the same for them. And you know, it worked out. You know, it was a team effort completely, and everything worked out good. Everybody went home safe. That was the important thing.